Okay, we're ready?
Yes.
Okay, so for the buttonhole, we're going to change button or change foots. There's a red button back here. You press it, it drops the number 1 foot, which is the regular foot, and you're going to use the buttonhole foot, which is number 3. This one, if you compare the bottom, it looks different. It has grooves, and the grooves are to allow the stitching of the buttonhole through. And to attach it, you just line it up and you drop it like so, and it picks itself up. You got to make sure your threads are in between the foot and the plate as before. And again, I'm using just demo fabric, but if you ever are actually making buttonholes for a t-shirt, practice on a scrap fabric similar to what you're going to finally make. You don't want to mess up on the t-shirt you worked so hard for. So I'm just going to fold this because typically most buttonholes are in the front of a shirt and the fabric has already been tucked. Just imagine this is a giant version of the edge of a shirt. And to use the buttonhole, I recommend using the actual manual. It says step 1, stitch to change to position 1. So when I change this knob, the other knobs that normally you would change, they're going to change themselves. Watch the knobs or watch the needle. So with this machine, it's 6 steps, and each step is doing something different. And then it says set stitch length, turn the knob to the right until it locks. Turning this knob to the right. When it locks, it's at 0, and then it says turn the stitch length is 0, rotate half a turn to the left, half a turn to the left. Now it's just under 0, which means that when the machine is working, each stitch is going to be really close to itself. That's what makes the buttonhole like stay put and be strong with all the pressure of putting a button through and such. Okay, and then it says, reminds you, always sew try button. And then it says lower the needle. We're going to be lowering the needle to start. And then after each step, raise the needle by turning the wheel forward. Okay, so we're at step 1, and it shows you in green what's going to happen. It's going to stitch the left side. So let's stitch the left side. Okay, this is a great example of what to be watchful for. I see that it's not really moving, which means it's just making a knot, which is why you should always do a practice button. It should not be just staying put. So every machine here is a little bit different. I'm going to compensate by turning the knob even more, because most likely when it was stitching close to itself, it just got stuck. So if you do buttonholes with one machine and then you switch machines, don't trust it to be the same. Putting the needle in. Okay, now it's moving. That's better. Okay, so I'm going to do knob 2 now. Knob 2 is going to take me back to the beginning on the other side. I have to be watchful to make sure I end where I began. Otherwise, you're going to have like off, not a rectangle. Knob 3 is going to tack the back side. Knob 4 is going to stitch the right side. And then knob 5 will do the front tack. And knob 6 is supposed to finish it, but I've noticed that it just gets stuck. So I'll try it anyway, but it might get stuck. Oh no, it worked. It worked this time. Nice. Okay, so that's the beginning of a buttonhole. It's not actually a hole. The hole part you actually have to do with a seam ripper. So you have to go in between. You have to be really careful not to slip and go too far to the right or to the left. Otherwise, you'll actually catch the threads that you just put down, and then it won't have any integrity. It'll come apart. So that's the buttonhole. And it's a little frayed, but it would fray a lot more if it didn't have the edges there. And next time or the last class, I'll bring my personal machine. It has an automatic buttonhole maker. You still have to press the foot. You still have to like pedal, I mean, but you don't have to do all these knobs. Thank you.